Happy Labor Day, everyone. I know it makes me happy because with this holiday weekend, all the banks are closed and such, and it's given me a break from all this home selling and buying business I'm going through lately, and has afforded me an opportunity to actually finish this video in which I'm going to count down my favorite worldwide stamps and sets of the 21st century. So stay tuned. Before going over my list, I asked you to send in your favorites, and I have some stamps from a few viewers to show first. Starting with this set, which is of course the classic Graf Zeppelin set from 1930, issued by the USA. This is the favorite US set of all time by Nisarg Sutaria from India. Next, from Bettina Gray, comes her all-time favorite stamp, which is the so-called Basel Dove, issued in 1845 by the Swiss canton of Basel, before the formation of the confederation known as Switzerland. This stamp was designed by the prominent Swiss architect Melchior Barry, and it is notable for being the first stamp to be printed in 3 colors. Next, Chris Sahar gave me 4 stamps which sit at the top of his favorites list. From 2018 comes this stamp from Israel, which is actually a joint issue with the USA. It features a paper cut of a menorah. Here is the US version of the stamp, which is the same thing, only different, of course. And from 2009, from the United Nations, this stamp marking the International Day of Nonviolence, and it features a striking stylized portrait of Mahatma Gandhi. This 1929 stamp from Turkey pictures the legendary blacksmith and his gray wolf. This stamp refers back to when an ancient Turkish people were imprisoned in a valley for 400 years following a military defeat, until the legendary blacksmith shown here melted the mountain and the gray wolf led them to their freedom. And Chris's final stamp is this one, issued in 2016 by Iceland, marking the 80th anniversary of the wreck of a French Arctic research ship which foundered off the coast of Iceland. 39 of the 40 crewmen lost their lives. Another great group of stamps submitted by viewers. And if you'd like to see your stamps featured in an upcoming episode, go ahead and write me at tedtalkstamps@gmail.com and let me know what your favorite stamps are. And now one more bit of business before I head into my list. I just want to tell you about the IPDA, the Internet Philatelic Dealers Association, a group of dealers who are committed to upholding the highest ethical standards of quality and customer service. The IPDA has dealer members in 23 countries across the world. And as a buyer, when you see this IPDA logo on a dealer's page, you can be assured of seeing complete and honest descriptions of the stamps and receiving the highest quality customer service. And as a dealer, showing this IPDA logo on your sales page provides your customer with the confidence that you are a dealer to be trusted. So if you haven't done so already, head over to the IPDA website at ipdastamps.com and fill out an application today. So now let's take a look at my top 10 list. First off is this sheetlet from Costa Rica, issued in 2008. It's a pretty little design showing 2 dolphins and 2 whales. I particularly like the modern issues of Costa Rica because most of them are issued in little sheetlet form like this. And at number 9 is this joint issue between Poland and Sweden, issued in 2011, and it honors the scientist Marie Curie. At number 8 is this 2005 issue from Austria, which was a set of overprints which you might remember going way back to episode 2 of TED Talk Stamps, where I featured this set of stamps. These overprints were all designed by students of Vienna's Art Academy. Next, from Singapore, issued in 2019, comes this one stamp, but showing the costumes of the 4 ethnic groups of Singapore: Chinese, Malay, Indian, and Eurasian. And at number 6, continuing with the costume theme, between 2001 and 2008, Ukraine issued a sheetlet of stamps each year depicting traditional costumes of 6 different regions. I have 7 of the 8 sheets to show you here, all with beautiful and interesting designs. At number 5, from Iceland, issued in 2007. The country marked the 100th anniversary of the visit of King Frederick VIII of Denmark. Now, what makes this issue even more interesting for me is that a black print was produced of the vignette. Now, a black print is a separate printing of the stamp, usually of just the design, and printed just in black. And I like this one because it was engraved by today's foremost engraver, and my favorite, Martin Merck. And speaking of stamp engravers, at number 4, we see this Monaco souvenir sheet issued in 2004, paying homage to Princess Grace. And it features the engraving work by the Mount Rushmore of modern stamp engravers. On the left is Pierre Aubusson, followed by the legendary Czesław Słania, and third is Martin Merck. And then the label, which is depicting the royal cipher, was engraved by Elsa Catalan. At number 3, the year 2020, of course, marked the 250th birthday of Ludwig van Beethoven. And this issue from Croatia is probably my favorite tribute to the composer. It's shown here on a first day cover with a full bleed cachet. Just gorgeous. And at number 2 on my list, sticking to a music theme, is this 2005 issue from Canada, honoring native son Oscar Peterson, the legendary jazz pianist. From the classy black and white portrait to the background highlighting his hands on the keyboard, this stamp is just a beautiful tribute to a great man. And now we come to my number 1 favorite stamp issued so far in the 21st century, and it forms the third leg of my trifecta of music stamps in the top 3. It comes from China, who in 2010 issued a set of 4 stamps honoring Western classical music composers: Bach, Beethoven, Haydn, and Mozart. And then, what makes this even more interesting for me is that they were all engraved by Martin Merck, who was hired by China Post to train 10 apprentice stamp engravers in order to keep that skill alive in China. In 2017, the series was continued with 4 more composers: Chopin, Liszt, Mahler, and Schubert, also engraved by Martin Merck, though I prefer the black and white printing of the first set over the sepia printing of this one. So there you have it, my top 10 favorite worldwide 21st century stamps. Did any of them coincide with any of your favorites? Let me know in the comments below. And also, go ahead and email me at tedtalkstamps@gmail.com and let me know what your favorites are, and I'll feature them in a upcoming video. So once again, let me thank the IPDA for their sponsorship of this episode. If you're a stamp seller, go ahead and visit the IPDA website at IPDAstamps.com and fill out an application today. So until next time, this is Ted the Talking Stamp Collector wishing you all happy stamping.